A political slugfest has erupted in the state of Tamil Nadu after the tragic stampede at Vijay's rally in Karur that killed 40 people, including 16 women and 6 children. BJP leader Annamalai launched a scathing attack on the DMK government, alleging that it does not even know how to control a crowd. He questioned why the Director General of Police was appointed in the first place, claiming that there was not even 100 policemen present in Karur. He went further, demanding the dismissal of the district collector and the superintendent of police and raising suspicions over why there was a power outage during the event.
This is an unfortunate situation that should not have happened. The place where the function happened yesterday, it's unfit to even have 5,000 people there. We know that place. That is unfit to be a place where more than 5,000 people can assemble. For a human being, the safe space is 2 people per square meter. In this case, at least 6-7 people were standing in a very congested way in that 1 square meter. And Mr. Vijay's party, TVK, they've asked permission in some other area. Permission was given some other area. So many people have assembled. When the state police says 500 people were deployed, we don't believe that. The real ground level policemen were less than 100 in number. The remaining 400 were technical staff. The riot police, the bomb disposal squad, those kind of police. So inadequate deployment of police force. And there is also an in-charge DGP. Tamil Nadu doesn't even have a regular DGP because of political reasons. All these factors have contributed. The local administration's failure has contributed to episode of this nature where 40 people have lost their life. Mr. Vijay has got every right to go anywhere in Tamil Nadu and campaign. The government's job is to be a broker between the people and the organizers. It has to be a honest broker. People has got every right to go and watch anybody. The government has to give adequate security to them. Organizers have got every right to ask for a place. It is for the government to judiciously give them a place. Here, the government failed in its responsibility as a honest broker in Karur yesterday.
Rejecting the state's inquiry commission, Annamalai has also demanded a CBI probe into the deaths. Meanwhile, AIADMK General Secretary Edappadi Palaniswami, or EPS, also visited the injured and accused both the organizers and the police of total security lapses. Edappadi Palaniswami questioned why rallies of the opposition were not given the same level of protection as government events. Meanwhile, the Deputy Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Udhayanidhi Stalin, said that women and children had suffered the most and called the deaths unjustifiable. Beyond the blame game, grief and anger are deepening. India's President Draupadi Murmu, Vice President C.P. Radhakrishnan, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Tamil Nadu's Chief Minister M.K. Stalin have all expressed condolences. M.K. Stalin has announced 10 lakh rupees as ex-gratia for the families of each victim, while Vijay himself has promised 20 lakh rupees compensation to the kin of the dead and 2 lakh rupees for the injured. Officials say that the venue was built for 10,000 people, but more than 27,000 had gathered. When Vijay arrived, the surge towards his convoy triggered the deadly crush. Retired Judge Aruna Jagadisan, who's probing the tragedy as part of the commission set up by the state government, has said that incidents like this must never occur again. As Tamil Nadu and India mourn, the spotlight is on accountability, with grieving families demanding answers and political parties trading blame over a disaster that has scarred the state's election season. Even as the death toll in the stampede tragedy in Karur climbs to 40, a political slugfest is erupted in Tamil Nadu. Meanwhile, we have some news that's coming in. A bomb threat has come to TVK Chief Vijay's house. Security has been tightened. An investigation is underway into the threat. That's the big news that's coming in. A bomb threat email has been sent to the DGP's office. A bomb squad has rushed to Vijay's residence, even as security is tightened around the actor turned politician and the chief of the TVK party, the Tamil Nadu Karagam. We have Mr. Muralidharan, political analyst, joining us now, alongside Mr. Ramakrishnan, senior journalist, Professor Mukund Padmanabhan, author and senior journalist, and G.S. Mani, petitioner and senior advocate. Thank you, all of you, for taking time out to be with us. I'm going to begin by asking Mr. Muralidharan a straightforward question. This is a tragedy, the kind of stampede that Tamil Nadu itself has not witnessed in decades. There is a political blame game that is going on at this moment, even as a bomb threat has reached Vijay.
Yes, KK, it's extremely unfortunate. And first of all, my deepest condolences to the families who are grieving right now. And coming back to this, there are so many unanswered questions, starting from why would ambulances fly inside these meetings every time when an opposition leader is conducting a meeting? Edappadi has complained about it several times. And these are empty ambulances which are sent to disrupt the such rallies. Here, they probably miscalculated. In fact, Vijay is seen with the mic at one point of time. Why so many ambulances flying, in the venue? So those questions need to be answered. And also, why did someone cut off the power to his mic and his floodlights? These are serious questions. Some people have to answer. And moreover, the whole thing looks like unfortunate to say, but it looks like some kind of mischief has been played. And the answers will come out slowly.
Okay.
Because eyewitness, yeah.
So you think that there is a conspiracy over here. You think that there is something, it's not all plain and simple. Mr. Ramakrishnan, would you agree with that?
Of course, this conspiracy theory, is being floated since morning. But the point is that why should Vijay go inside the crowd? Okay. First of all, that itself is very risky. And yesterday in Namakkal, some people were injured, including women and children. So there were signals. Of course, even in Tiruchi, when he started his tour program on September 13th, there was also a lot of confusion. Okay. So he knows what kind of confusion his rallies can cause. So he must be having some idea. I suppose he's a person of some average intelligence. So these things should have been taken care of by his tour organizers, and he should have ensured that certain safeguards are provided. Okay, you can always blame the government administration. All right, fine. I completely agree with the criticism against the government. But the point is that if you don't want to cooperate with the government, okay, with the police suggestions, then if you see everything, some conspiracy angle in whatever they say, then this kind of event is bound to happen. And so it was waiting to happen, because and then the people, the crowds that have assembled, also they are acting very funnily.
No, sir, I would like to differ with you, sir. I'm extremely sorry. The whole thing started when Vijay started talking about...
you can disagree with me.
Let's come to the point. He started criticizing Senthil Balaji, calling him Patru Amini.
One minute, hold on.
That is where it started. No. You can't come to you can't say it's a conspiracy. This is you talk about intelligence of Vijay's team. You should talk about the intelligence of the state.
Issued by the Madras High Court. Okay.
What about the police intelligence, sir? Police doesn't have any intelligence department.
No, 1 minute, hold on.
Their responsibility.
You see, you are interjecting me. I did not interrupt you. Okay.
No, you don't have to interrupt because you're something saying wrong. You are questioning the intelligence of the organizers. What about the police?
You see, the way Vijay has been organizing has been, seized off by the High Court.
Okay, okay.
High Court issued a guidelines.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Fair enough.
The
Before
point
we
is
go,
that when you go back to High Court,
Yeah.
the Vijay has to answer a lot.
yeah, Vijay does have an answer, has to answer a lot. Stay with us. Let me take focus to others who have joined us. Professor Mukund Padmanabhan. Right now, you have the AIADMK questioning both the state government, DMK, and Vijay, the political party TVK, and the organizers of this particular rally. Whereas the facts of the case is that the venue could hold at best 10 to 15,000 people, but 27,000 people showed up. And in fact, this was triggered by the crowd surge that happened because they were following Vijay's convoy.
Well, politicians will do what politicians do, and sometimes they're not about seeking political capital out of tragedies. So, I mean, this kind of blame game will happen. But I just want to make a larger point. I mean, what happened in Karur is from a playbook that is happening in India repeatedly. It happened in Hathras, for instance. Now, this is a stampede, essentially. And stampedes are caused because of overcrowding and because of lack of exits. We've had court judgments on this. We've had inquiry commissions saying this. The larger issue, I mean, as you yourself has alluded to, is was that place overcrowded? Were the exit points enough? And whether there was a conspiracy or no conspiracy is an issue. I don't want to get it. It's too early to start speculating and pointing fingers at anyone on this. But the germane questions to me are not so much what the politicians are saying, is if the venue, 27,000 people turned up for a venue that could hold only 10,000, then who's responsible? Did the police actually did they intervene to prevent more people? Could they have? And so on. So I think these are the questions. And I'm not trying to, brush the responsibility of the organizers or someone else under the carpet. But essentially, crowd control is a government function. And if you're going to ignore that aspect, I think some hard questions need to be asked about the police, just as they are asking hard questions of the organizers. And I believe they filed a case against 3 of them. They've not filed a case against any of their own people. So to me, I think it's much too early to speculate. But let's understand that what's happening in Karur, what's happening in India over and over and over again. And it's pretty much from a playbook that we should be extremely tired about and we should fix.
Right. Stay with us. Let me also take this across GS Mani, petitioner and senior advocate at the Madras High Court and Supreme Court, where, Mr. Mani, you tell us at this stage, we've seen the stampede that took place in Bengaluru, and not very far from that, a tragedy like this strikes the neighboring state of Tamil Nadu. And in this case, you have an actor turned politician, and many of them were saying the fact that everybody came to see the actor Vijay, and they were waiting for more than 6-7 hours without food and water. And in fact, he had come from a previous a meeting like this where also people had fainted due to heat stroke. In a sense, this was a tragedy that was waiting to happen.
Yes, I fully agree with you, sir. See, this tragedy is not only the first time, because this similar tragedy has already happened. So everyone knows. First of all, the State Missionary Police Authority who gave permission for this public meeting in a road where only 5,000 people can even not gather in that place. As like the former president of the BJP party, Tamil Nadu, Mr. Annamalai said, because he is a local resident of that Karur district, he knows the place because rather than us. He said even that place is not fit for 5,000 people can gather in that place. But how the state machinery, the state police have allowed and gave a permission to gather when they asked for 10,000 people to gather in that place? This is the first question. How they gave permission? This is the first offense they committed. First of all, the Vijay and his organizer, how they thought the place where 5,000 people cannot gather, how they asked the place for 10,000 people. Then the state machinery know very well that the people may 27,000 or 30,000 people can come to Vijay meeting. How the police, in lethargic manner, in negligence, gross negligence, gave permission in this place. They want to listen the music, they want to see the scene, they want to see
Right.
some tragedy happen. The second offense is committed by Vijay. When he is unable to control his cadres, his followers, his fans, why he want to conduct a public meeting in the name of political meeting in roadshow?
Right.
He should ignore it. So he is the prime accused, and state police is also a prime accused.
Okay.
The organizer also is a prime accused.
Okay.
Only the FIR against the few of the organizers. Why not Vijay? After, because of his act or omission, this grave tragedy happened.
Okay. Mr. Muralidharan, a very simple, straightforward question. Vijay has been holding rallies time and again. There has been issues, as rightly pointed out in his previous rallies as well. And this time around, the police, for example, the ADGP, Mr. Davidson, if you heard what he had to say, he was saying that the original venue that the TVK party rally organizers asked for was a venue that could not even hold 10,000 people. And the expectations were that at least 10,000 people will come. And it was the police which suggested them an alternative venue which can hold anywhere between 12 to 15,000 people. And even that, there were arguments back and forth between the TVK rally organizers and the police before finally accepting that. And 15,000 was the budgeted people who could participate in this rally, the venue, the strength for it, and also police deployment. The police has said that 500 police personnel were deployed. So even if there are 20,000 plus people, there were enough police personnel, enough security being deployed. So in that sense, you have the Tamil Nadu police putting the blame squarely on TVK and the rally organizers.
That was countered by Annamalai KK very clearly.
Correct.
He said they asked for 10,000 people, but the current place did not even hold 5,000. This is what Annamalai said. And he also mentioned that there were 500 policemen, but half of them are technical staff. And he didn't put that number as 500. So, see, the Tamil Nadu police is not learning. That's my problem. See, we had an air show in Marina where some 3-4 people died of, dehydration and stampede. After that, the intelligence officer, the intelligence in charge of Tamil Nadu police, he was sitting next to the CM and watching the fun. He should have been on the field. That's the first incident. Next, Kallakurchi, all the liquor deaths. You think police did not know that illegal, illicit liquor was thriving? And 55 people died. None of them went. None of these political parties were there. But here, immediately the entire DMK, passion was there, standing and grieving, and minister, he was crying also. It just looks like drama for us because this police is going, bad to worse. Tamil Nadu police. It's under the, this thing of Mr. Stalin, and they have no remorse. I'll tell you, there was a hit job of one Mr. Dalit leader here. Okay, now the court has ordered for a SIT, special investigation, CBI inquiry. CBI inquiry. Immediately, the state is trying to go on appeal. This happened with multiple instances. Every time the High Court, orders a SIT, these guys will try to bypass and go to the Supreme Court and try to take a stay on that. The police is misbehaving. This is mischief. And none of them, we see, this looks like, once again, it's like a mischief. It's completely, the onus is on the ruling party and the police. Because police has seen the crowd which comes for Vijay. It's larger than DMK or AIADMK crowd right now in Tamil Nadu. Just because of fan following or whatever. Okay, and they need not be ruling because, see, these guys, they are fans. So they will behave like this. You need to anticipate. That's why you have a state intelligence, there's a department in intelligence department in police. If these guys are not going to work, they're not going to act, they're going to watch this fun. And there was lathi charge inside. The people, it's a place which can't even hold 5,000 people. There were 10,000 people and police were lathi charge. And there were people, there were women, the women with children. Where will they go? Men will jump up and go. What about the women? Maximum, 9 or 10 of them died. And some 9, 10 babies also died, small kids. This is because of the Lati charge. All these footages are coming out now.
Okay.
Now, investigation, they ordered an investigation with a controversial judge. And she is the same person who investigated even Thuthukudi. And she gave a report that the so-and-so police officers should be punished. You know what the DMK government did? They gave a promotion to that guy who's in charge of the entire, shooting in Thuthukudi. This is the kind of, policing we have in Tamil Nadu. I'm sorry to say, if somebody
Okay.
try to take side of the police, I'm going to be pretty nasty in this debate, KK. I'm sorry to say that.
Mr. Ramakrishnan, you have Edappadi Palaniswamy, the chief of the AIADMK, raising an important question over here. Is enough security not provided to opposition rallies as a practice by the DMK government? Mr. Ramakrishnan.
The adequacy of police staff is always a subject, is a debatable matter. Okay, so how much security you require? It's a subjective thing. It varies from person to person. Okay, this is number one. Number two is coming back to Vijay matter episode. You see, the organizers know that they are handling a hostile government administration. Okay, that's what they know. They are very conscious of that fact. So, given this backdrop, then they should have been much more careful. So they don't want to take any responsibility, or if they don't take adequate steps, then you can't blame the administration. Yes, the police. Yes, there have been there's a police partisanship of police is nothing new or nothing unique to Tamil Nadu. Number one, and then this administration also not being receptive to their suggestions. So what I am saying that you could have held your rallies outside the town. Okay, Karur has got enough. It's a dry place basically. Karur is a dry place. You can have enough space for holding rally outside the city limits. Now, number three is, why do you want to take your vehicle inside a crowd? Okay, so whether the crowd is waiting for 7 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours, whatever it is, why do you want that? So in fact, you could have had your there is a show at one corner, and then from that place you can go back to your wherever you want to go to Trichy airport or whatever. So this kind of drama, okay, for cheap publicity and also for optics, it's being indulged by people of say this nature. This is nothing again. Not only Vijay is doing, but very many politicians are doing. So they should also learn lessons from this episode, and then they should refrain from carrying on this kind of campaign. Okay, this kind of campaign doesn't do good. So the Karur has learned a hard lesson. I think I don't wish any other place to go that way. And I think so that's the message. Also, you can't just you can't wash off your hands.
Okay, Professor Mukund Padmanabhan, you can view this in from many different angles, but one thing that keeps coming to everybody's mind is, people and, their fascination or their obsession with a movie star, because, that's the common conclusion. Everybody, Vijay has just launched a political party. He's not a seasoned politician. People who love him now, 27,000 people who landed up at this rally came because of their love for him as an actor over the last 3 decades. And Tamil Nadu as a state is known for its mad frenzy when it comes to famous actors, leave alone famous actors turned politicians. So in today's day and age, is that becoming too acute? Is that becoming too much? In that sense that you at the end of the day, people have lost their lives because of it.
No, I don't think so at all. In fact, I would respectfully disagree with some of the things my fellow panelists have said, including my ex-colleague and very good friend, Mr. Ramakrishnan. I think the problem is that we are forgetting that this was a stampede. Okay, and a stampede, if you read the literature on stampedes, they're caused, 1, by overcrowding, 2, by not having enough exits, and 3, by a triggering event. Okay, now I don't want to speculate on what that triggering event is. Some people have said it's X, some people have said it's Y, something being drove in, a power cable going off, an announcement made over the wife. Mike, it's much, much too early to get into, in my view, that kind of speculation. We've had mass rallies by film stars before. I mean, if you covered, like I did, NTR's rallies at one time, they were enormous, and he drove his Rath into the middle of crowds. So I'm not, I think we need to determine what the triggering event was. But as far as the rest of it, if this was a stampede, which everything suggests it was, you can't put it down to unruly fans. You can't put it down to, oh, there've been problems with these rallies before. I don't know what those problems were, but those weren't stampede problems. So stampedes can happen in the most peaceful of crowds. They can happen in religious congregations. They can happen in other places. So I think we're all probably clutching at straws in the wind at the moment. And we still have no conclusive evidence what that triggering event is. And I think, to be honest, as journalists, I was actually personally quite surprised and quite shocked. I mean, I'm not in India at the moment, so I was sort of looking at Twitter feeds and so on, of seasoned journalists, making claims with absolute authority on issues which they have themselves at that early stage has no access to the facts. So I think we should all admit that we don't know the full facts of the story. We don't know what the triggering event was. And we need to understand this in the context of a stampede and not in the context of anything else. It is a panic reaction that caused it. Now, what caused the panic? I don't know. Was it a lathi charge? Was it a electricity outage? Was it an announcement? I have no idea.
Okay.
They're all theories that have been making the rounds.
The Stampede tragedy at Vijay's Karur rally, what exactly triggered it? That's the big question. We have GS Money, petitioner and senior advocate, Madras High Court and Supreme Court with us. GS Money, what was the trigger for the stampede? The police, the ADGP Davidson said that when Vijay's convoy was moving towards the venue, he got out of it and waved to the crowd, and that made more people follow him. And so all the people following his convoy from behind, joining in with all those who have already gathered for the rally, that is what sparked the crowd surge that led to the stampede. At least that's the version of the Tamil Nadu police.
See, whatever the DCP of Tamil Nadu government has said, that alone is not a reason for this stampede and this crowd panic. See, there is evidence is there. Direct witnesses have said in the media, and even if you have seen the video clip, you can notice that. So there is a panic situation because the current, the immediate sudden current cut was there in the night hours. There is a stone thrown and chappals were thrown out, and some group, whether they're anti social element or who, nobody knows. Some crowd have pushed the people, and immediate sudden current cut, and these were led to the crowd panic and rush in the crowd. So this incident happened. So this is the main reason. You see, the leaders always in Tamil Nadu have come late. That everyone follows. They feels that is they feel that is their things. But that alone is not a matter. And my friend, senior friend, has said the huge crowd no exist, so the proper exit not there. So that's the reason this happens. I am asking you questions. It's a repeated question. This, when you know the state machinery aware of that, this 5,000 people cannot gather in that place. Why they allow this political meeting? The first question, if you refuse the permission or cancel the permission, this would have not happened. First, you allowed if this permission, so then the subsequent event happened. If you are not given permission, this would have not happened. This is not good. This incident not happened first time. See, 3, 4, 5, 7 meeting have already conducted this actor and politician Vijay. Same similar situation have occurred. You notice you have intelligence, you have state police, the district administration is there, everyone is there. The superintendent of police district is there, the district collector is there. You know better than the others. So this place is whether suitable for this public meeting, how many people can gather, what is the situation. So you allow, and they will the meeting functioning also. They sought permission, and somewhere place they claim, somewhere place they ask, and this place they given. Why you are conducting such a place where even 5,000 players cannot gather? Why you are allowing? Why you are inviting this? If you would have not come in that place where huge crowd is there, why you are coming? What is the necessity? Whether the election is immediately announced, or you are chosen that once in a week only you are going for a public meeting. What is the necessity? So tomorrow if the election is come or announced, or any election campaign is there, what is the necessity?
No.
Your rally in the road show. You have enough money. You have enough money. You would have conducted your public meeting, election meeting in a place where in this big place or huge gathering place. Why the road? Road is not meant for the public conveyance or your political rally. Or it is not also rally. This is only in one place. The people, the compelled to come whole day from morning to evening. The DCP has said they sought only permission from 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. But in the social media platform, the TVK leaders have announced that from 12 p.m. onwards, this political meeting is going on. Why such announcement? When you notice this, why you not cancel this permission? Why you not informed this TVK leader Vijay? You cannot go there. You are violating these all permissions or violating conditions. So you allowed one side, you permitted the other side, and the other side also violated. So this is the way, this is the responsible state machinery. When you are holding the state machinery, the law and order in your state, safety and security is in your subject. So you simply say, they thought we have given place. You simply say they violated, so this death has occurred. This is the way the responsible government can say, the state can say, what steps are taken against the superintendent of police, what steps are taken against the district collector. Nothing. Only 3 people have been registered FIR. Some small offences, negligence, for culpable homicide. This is a clear case of murder, pre-planned murder. It's a political murder. It's a political murder, clear case of political murder. There is a criminal conspiracy there.
Okay.
What actions you have taken against the actor and politician Vijay?
Okay.
Even he is not willing to even give one condolence.
Right. Mr. Ramakrishnan.
Only is not in the social media.
Okay.
This is the way.
Now, Mr. Mani, he has announced ex-gratia of 20 lakh rupees and he has expressed condolences. Mr. Ramakrishnan, before I come to Mr. Muralidharan, quickly, Mr. Ramakrishnan.
What would he have done? He charged 200 crores for a movie. At least he would have spent 200 crores one movie fees. What 20 lakhs? 20 lakhs is the enough for a life? Children, women, youngsters. He charged 200 crores for a movie.
Mr. Ramakrishnan, you know, the buck cannot go far away from the ruling dispensation. It is, you know, it is them. If they had any doubts on the venue, the kind of crowd that was expected, whether there will be enough security that will be available to be deployed, they should have been the first ones to deny permission. You know, you have BJP, former Tamil Nadu BJP chief Annamalai is asking why Director General of Police, who's not a permanent Director General of Police, but a temporary appointment, why was he even appointed? What was he doing? There is something fundamentally wrong with the police machinery in Tamil Nadu, because if there were any doubts at the outset, because the ADGP himself claimed the fact that the venue that the rally organizers asked for was not fit for it and they had to suggest an alternative venue. And as it progressed, what was supposed to start at 3 p.m. started at 12 noon. People were waiting for 7 hours. And in between all of this, it is the state machinery which had all the rights to ensure that this rally did not go ahead. Mr. Ramakrishnan.
Yes, okay. So that is, number one is that the police has to answer all many of your points that you have raised. But the limited point is that Eddapadi Palaniswami also was also allotted the spot that Mr. Vijay was given yesterday. So that's one of the reasons cited by, I think, ADGP Elando, number one. Number two is, of course, this the police should they not have ensured what shall I say, orderly the functioning of the rally and all that, but that is also that the police alone can't do. Number two, police also will learn lessons from this. Number three is this all the stakeholders should be responsible. Okay, so you just can't say it is for the police to ensure orderly functioning. So I will not cooperate, or I will adopt the hands-off approach. So if that's the way the organizers conduct themselves, and then they should not be holding this kind of rallies.
Okay.
And it is better that they hold rallies somewhere in the. No, there are enough places in Karur where they can hold
Mr.
rallies
Muralidharan,
peacefully.
fair enough. Mr. Muralidharan, I want one last quick comment from you. For all the talk about the venue, like Mr. Ramakrishnan correctly pointed out, that venue where Vijay held his rally is the same venue where AIADMK would have held a rally today if there was no Stampede horror the previous night. So in that sense, the state machinery was doing what is normal.
What we need to understand, KK, this is a very important constituency. One is your Mr. Annamalai comes from there. Then the most powerful man in Tamil Nadu politics, Senthil Balaji, comes from there. The moment he started taking a dig at Mr. Senthil Balaji, all this unfolded. So it's very clear it's a mischief by the ruling party. And they're paying the price. And they're going to pay a big price in 2026. People will, vote them out. That will be the mandate.
Okay. We'll have to wait and watch on that one, but I'm afraid we're completely out of time here on this conversation. Mr. Muralidharan, political analyst, Ramakrishnan, senior journalist, Professor Mukund Padmanabhan, author and senior journalist, and G.S. Mani, petitioner and senior advocate, Madras High Court and Supreme Court. Thank you, all of you.